But Chad, I mean,
Yeah.
spiritual memoirs.
Mm.
What in the world inspired you to start publishing?
So is writing these people's memoirs. They're more secular. Some of my clients are Christian,
Sure.
but Spiritual Life Stories is an easy to use platform. They sign up and they can create a book cover. They can answer questions in 16 chapters, such parents, childhood years, teenage years, going to college or military service, having children, having a career. So those are the chapters of the book, and there's 16 chapters. And in each chapter, Monica, there's questions about your faith, having children. So grandparents, there's a question about, what faith were your grandparents? What denomination were your grandparents? Did they take you to their church? Did they have a favorite Bible verse? Did they ever read to you children's books, Christian children? So every chapter has specific questions about that phase of your life. And so you read the question, and then you can either type the answer or you can use voice to text, which is very cool.
Right.
And you can add pictures. And when you're finished answering those questions you want, you don't have to answer all of them, you can then print it out as a book. And the hope is, Monica, and our hope and our team is that through this platform, our users can publish, print this book, give it to others, and bring people to Christ and expand the kingdom for His glory.
Wow.
So, there's a lot of my friends, maybe your friends, they've kind of gone sideways. They've kind of gotten outside the fold, and they need a little push. And maybe such a book that our users will print out will motivate, inspire, and bring people to Christ through this book that our users can basically.
That is amazing, Chad. That is just.
Yeah.
What led you to do this?
Oh, Monica, that's a good question. So through my writing my clients' private memoirs for their family, so their legacy is captured, documented, and shared. More of a secular book, but that's my business. I was one of the chapters for my Christian or even Jewish clients. There's a chapter called Faith, and in that chapter are questions I have in my template. So when I'm in front of a client, I can read the question and then type the answer, and then later on I kind of manage it and put it all together. So in this chapter I have called Faith, right? I use it for my Christian and Jewish clients. And so what happened was I was running one day and God spoke to my heart. He said, hey, you got this great thing in your template when you interview these clients of yours, but a lot of people want to write a book using these type of questions. Why don't you put a website together, in the cloud, a platform, and use these questions, expand them to all the chapters you have, and have them all be faith-based? I said, okay, I get it. All right, I heard you loud and clear. So we developed this platform called spirituallifestories.com, where people sign up and then they utilize this platform to answer questions and then print it as a book when they're ready.
That is just amazing.
There's no doubt. My whole journey, everybody goes, well, that's a God thing. Everything's a God thing,
Right.
Monica?
Yeah.
And so there's no doubt about it. Through my whole career of writing stories for people, now this platform, spirituallifestories.com, that's how I give back. That's how we expand the kingdom. I'm doing my little part. What came to me when we were developing this site, and I have some people on my board that have looked at some statistics, and there's 95% of the Christians out there are not exactly comfortable with sharing their faith. Yeah, they go to church.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they go to Bible study. Yeah, they read the Bible. Yes, they pray, thank goodness. But they're timid about sharing their faith, Monica. I'm one of them.
Yep.
I'm not a pastor. I'm not a missionary. I don't have a Christian broadcast like you do, Monica. God bless you. So I'm very timid, but I can write. And if you look at what everyone's doing these days. What are we doing? We're on social media, we're texting,
Yeah,
we're writing, we're doing, okay, well, if you're doing all this great stuff in writing, why don't you write your spiritual journey?
There you go.
And give it to your family and friends so that they can be motivated and inspired. So I realized that this could really be a valuable tool to help people bring others in their family and their friends who are a little bit off and need to be brought into the fold. And maybe something you say in this book you published through spirituallifestory.com will hit home. And maybe that person turns his life around. And now you, singularly, have brought this person to Christ.